us to start?
Let's see. We are live. Welcome, everyone. This is our special launch event. We're so excited to share with you our EasyCAS powered by Direktin. My name is Danny, and I want to tell you about this platform and how we're looking for it to transform how the industry and compressed air systems are designed, optimized, and maintained. Before we dive into the details and demos, I want to share a quick story about why the solution exists today. I'm sure many of you know Elvira and myself already from LinkedIn. It all began with a crisis. Our founder, Elvira, was working as a system modeler for a large manufacturing plant. And she had developed what seemed like a perfect compressed air system design on paper. But when she clicked calculate, the components weren't correctly specified, and the project was implemented according to plan. So it didn't really work out like the drawing said it would. But the results were nothing like the model predicted. Pressure drops occurred where they shouldn't have, and energy consumption was 40% higher than projected, and the production suffered significantly downtimes while issues were diagnosed and fixed. So really, we want to let you guys know that it's more than just Elvira and I behind it. It came from a real problem in engineering to design these. It's a very fragmented market, and oh, someone says they have technical difficulty, or is it us? We're good.
I think we are good. It's Mike. Hi, Mike. Can you hear us? Maybe we can just have some check if people can hear us. Would be really great if you can just give us heads up in the comments. But I think we can go ahead. So far I checked. It works on
LinkedIn. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. So this whole vision evolved into EasyCAS, and it's kind of something you more have to see to believe it and to get a feel for it. So before we jump into that, I want to introduce our amazing team. So first is Elvira, our founder, who you just met for a quick second. I want to let her introduce herself very quickly.
Elvira, your microphone is
Sorry,
on.
yes. Yeah, hi guys. Thank you very much, Danny. Yeah, I'm a founder, so I have 13 experience in compressed air systems design. I have PhD in fluid power and compressed air efficiency, and this is basically my short intro, my experience.
And then Andre.
Hi everybody, my name is Andrei Moisa and I tech lead in Direktin. I develop software and take care about all technical aspects of our products here in Direktin, EasyCAS as well. So yes, thank you.
And it looks like we lost Dima or Dimitri for a second. He is our marketing lead. I don't know where he went, but he is our marketing lead. And he's amazing. He designs everything for us. So all the amazing designs that you see that came from him. If he comes back, we can share a little more on his background. I myself, I am Danny. I am head of sales. I come from 10 years in the compressed air industry on the vendor side. So I spent a lot of time doing customer visits, working on the demand end, where compressed air was used at the final end. And so I got to see all of the bottlenecks from the compressor to the end. And when I heard about Direktin, I'm like, this is exactly what people need to see when they're looking to update their software. And now I will hand it over to Elvira so we can start the quick demo.
Thank you, Danny. I apologize for my voice. I've been sick for a couple of days, so I hope I can manage it. I would like also to introduce a little bit of our team. on our engineering site. Can you see it now, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So yes, we now an American-Italian company. I'm very proud to have today Dima, Dani, and Andrei with us. So person who developed the software, mostly it's Andrei Rakov, it's my dad. And we have also a really great team of our developers, as well as advisors, and our great CEO Jonathan Port in the US. So we're an active team of 9 people with academic and industrial advisors in our team. So as Dani said, it's all started with existential crisis. I developed this software as an engineer for engineers like me. People had to solve exactly the same problems that I used to solve for the past 10 years. I worked as a modeler, and I saw that there is so hard to model systems and do the quick analysis of them. So either I saw my colleagues working on very sophisticated softwares that had to take a lot of time, or in Excel tables, mostly Excel tables. And then I thought, what if we connect drag and drop simplicity with the high level engineering and profound analysis? And this is basically where EasyCAS started, because I wanted to design something that can help people like me to help with challenges that we face every day in designing pneumatic and compressed air systems. So what is this? It is the very simple software in terms of the user interface. For example, you can use it for design, validation, retrofit, just in a few minutes. So if you drag and drop components, you have here a database of the real components. So for now, we have a few suppliers such as Airpipe and Xair. We also have some generic components. I'll show it also in just in a few minutes. And what you need to do to start, imagine you need to understand if the design of the system is correct. You have a few production lines, you have an air knife, you notice that there is a misuse and you want to retrofit your system. So you drag and drop components and then you can basically choose it from the catalog and connected them together. It's very hard to make a mistake because basically you connect the green inlet with the red outlet, and this is how it works. And after that, if I just move it a little bit forward, sorry, after you get the system design done, the program asks you to parameterize a few components. So basically, after that, you can see the cost calculation of compressed air cost, of CO2 emissions, and then you can go and see how you can retrofit the system and what you can do with that. So the program will suggest you also to change few components that are extremely restrictive, for example, cause the high pressure drops. Or it also recommends you to, for example, replace misuse of compressed air, in this case by air gun. So after that, it calculates the differences, and then basically you can see the cost before and after your retrofit and before and after your system design. Okay, so let's go to the next one. And the next one is, imagine that you need to calculate the pneumatic system, for example, with cylinders. It's not only for the system design, but it's also for more profound analysis on the various system levels. So here you can calculate cylinders, check valves, throttles, pressure regulators, and so on. So basically, the program has all possible components that you need to calculate, from the pneumatic systems to compressed air systems. And after you calculated and designed the system completely, the feature that we have come in this month, it is auto generation of the bill of material, where you can download it into your account And then you can contact component suppliers from this bill of material. So I use this software for myself, and we have also a few use cases where we could see that efficient design actually could lead to the reduction of the energy cost almost by 30%. And now I apologize again for my voice. I give a floor back to Danny for questions and answers.
Thank you. We tried to make this a quick, comprehensive view on the capabilities of the software. Of course, we can deep dive into so many different ways that it could be used. We do have a YouTube channel as well that will link that does deep dive into more case studies, different ways to use it, and different simulation that you can set up. But for now, does anybody in the comments have any questions? We do have some to share if there are none, but we'll give a quick second. Maybe. Excuse me. So Elvira, who exactly is EasyCAS designed for, and do I need to be a simulation expert?
So it's basically for engineers and for everyone who wants to retrofit their systems.
Perfect. What about can a lot of people that we've worked with so far are trying to retrofit systems? Is this only for designing when they don't have any systems at all? How can it be used there?
No, it's also for the new design, of course. You can have you can design the system from scratch. You can also see the optimization there of the system. It's basically can be used on the all stages for the retrofits, optimizations, simulations of new components that you want to integrate, but also for design of new systems, definitely.
Perfect. And since we're working with engineers, we know that they like their numbers and want to be extremely accurate. And how accurate is the simulation to real life or to their real systems?
Yeah, it's about 5%. So every single calculation we validate. So between 3 and 5%, it's the accuracy now.
3 and 5% deviation from the real life component.
From the
Yeah,
real life,
okay.
yes, exactly.
Yes,
From
yes,
the real measurements, yes.
yes, yeah. So it is extremely accurate in that sense. Let's see. And then I do want to move on a little bit from here. Those are some of the common questions that we first get asked when we're explaining Direktin and EasyCAS. And the second thing is, what kind of support is available for something like this? I mean, it's something new. What can people do on that?
Yeah, so I think we'll give the word to Andrei right now.
Yes, thank you, Elvira. And my key message that I would like to share in today's meeting regarding our software EasyCAS is that we are developing at the moment a powerful tool, especially for engineers, but not only for engineers, also beyond. And with EasyCAS, you can model and calculate nearly any pneumatic system. And we regularly prove this by solving various engineering issues and problems all over the globe, which Elvira shortly presented at the beginning of the meeting. And we constantly improving the program and adding new components into our database that's already counts more than 600 elements inside, which you can use in your projects. And we also care about functionality and try to make it simpler and better, as simpler as possible. Of course, it's complicated engineering tools, and we care about our users, but yes, it's depending on the particular engineering case and your issue. And what I trying to say that is very important for us always stay in close contact with engineers, with users of our software, in order to make it even better and more useful. That's why, especially during the first time when you start using our product, if you have any questions about the capabilities and utilization, don't hesitate to write us directly. All contacts we will share later on the presentation and our social media sources. And we can also review your project if necessary, and suggest how our program EasyCAS can help to solve your specific problem. And we have quite big experience on this, because we are not only developing software, but we also every day use it on site, on field, and test it on real cases. And we strive to make it better, useful, and let other engineers to do same as we do. So yes, just keep this idea in mind and challenge us. We will be waiting, and we're always open for communication and waiting for your issues and projects. Thank you, Danny.
Perfect. It looks like we do have a couple questions that we can touch on. Mike asked, how is environmental data entered?
The environmental data, if you mean CO2, or it is data on the temperature. So basically, if I understood your question correctly, you have input parameters, and in those input parameters, you manually input what you have in terms of the outside temperature, as well as CO2 factor. We're using the CO2 map. And also you need to enter what is the pressure level at the compressor room, and so on. So if you go in the software, in the input parameters. But what I also want to tell that on 29th, we will have a deep dive for engineers on this on the software. So it's going to be 1 hour session also on LinkedIn, and we'll send you the link for that. And then I'll show how to design the system. So I hope we already have a few challenges submitted to us from our testers. So I'll be happy also to go through them. But also you can, as Andres mentioned, that you can send it to us, and then we can review together with you your challenge that you're working on right now.
Okay, so he added, it looks like for performance data, how is that entered?
I'm not sure that I understand the question. What is the performance of the compressed air systems in terms of? Could you please tell what performance? What do you mean by performance data? Or environmental data? So I'm afraid I.
Okay, while we wait for more information on that question, another question is, will it flag any OSHA violations? And I will take this question because I'm in the US and have dealt with OSHA very intimately. So OSHA is specifically for compressed air. It's mostly geared towards the air blowguns because there's an operator holding it. So it does have to reduce down below 30 psi if the operators were to block the end of it. This isn't something that I've discussed with the team yet, but it has been in my head for a little bit, especially for here in the US, and Canada has some similar regulations, even though they're not OSHA. So for the air guns, I think we do have the potential to add whether it's OSHA compliant just as one of the input fields.
Yeah, it is already
Yeah,
entered. So it's written
yeah,
that
that is
it's
OSHA compliant. Yeah,
compliant or not, but it will flag also. We'll add this
okay.
feature.
Yeah, yeah, so then you'll be able to see that in there. And then, I think we also have dBA readings if you're looking for the, noise reduction, what is it? The,
About
95C.
80, yeah,
Yeah,
80 dB, yeah. It
80
will show.
dB. Yeah. So that's for the hearing conservation program. So you can check that information in there as well.
I see a question also from Danny. What do you measure before you start to simulate? Um, in terms of how we compare simulation with the tests, it's always all the physical parameters such as pressure, pressure drop, and flow. So this is what is measured and then what it is compared. So, but before starting to simulate, it's not necessarily to measure something because the simulation is already quite precise. So you can just build system, design your system, and see how you can optimize it, right? But of course, we always measure for us, for our internal in our laboratory. So we always compare that those algorithms that we put inside that they are correct. So this is what we mean by the data validated. But you not necessarily need to measure everything before you design the system before. So. So Mike asking for calculating system output and consumption, for calculating excessive drop losses, etc. It's all calculated automatically. So basically, you input your components there, drag and drop all the components. They have the real data. Some of the components that are more, we call them generic components. You need to parameterize a few things there, and then you just put the parameters such as external temperature, pressure at the compressor room, and then it calculates all the pressure drops, losses, consumptions, and all other parameters. Hope this question is replied to Mike.
Perfect. And I will add that we can touch on, nobody asked it, but it's kind of one of those questions I wish someone would ask, is some benefits on how to use the software in order to get rebates from energy companies. So for something like that, since the calculations are so close, typically energy companies, especially here in the States, which is where I can speak from, is they want kilowatt savings before and after. And it has to have a certain number of kilowatt savings in order to qualify for certain rebates. And in the software, you can actually see that before you go and implement and put it in, and then take your real life readings before and after. So that is a big benefit, especially when you're looking to actually implement your design in helping cover some of that cost.
We have more questions, Danny. I hope I can survive until the end.
Yeah.
Again, sorry again for the voice. Has the compressor data been taken from Kagi? Short answer is no. So let me answer this. So the compressor is not. We don't have a model for the compressor based on the real compressors yet. So because we don't work with the compressor suppliers yet. Although compressor suppliers, if you can hear us, we are very, very welcome to collaborate on that. So the compressor there is calculated as a generic model, it's generic component. So meaning pressure, required pressure and required flow. Meaning once you compile your system together and press and calculate, the system tells you what is going to be the required pressure level and required flow this system. We also have the feature that calls the cyclogram. So you can see the pressure flow, pressure profile and flow profile for that. And then in this sense, you can size the compressor and choose compressor accordingly. But again, all these like detailed features will show you on the 29th and then in other events that we'll have. So I see that there is another question. How is your product delivered to the user? Is it a subscription, a portal, app that is downloaded? I think this was our last slide. So very good question. Let me just tell you that you can go in our Direktin website, and basically there you can download the software. For now, we have a 30 days free trial. And then it is the dashboard where the users use also all the connection with the suppliers and so on. So it is a subscription based with the 30 days free trial. I don't know, Danny, if you would like to add something on that.
As far as how, so they would get a license, right? And then download it. So that's how it would be delivered.
Exactly. You can go right now. Yeah. Sorry, you can go right now. So basically you go into the Direktin.com, you press on the start free trial, and then you get license key and also password to your online cabinet. You enter your online cabinet, you download it, you enter the pass key, and then the software basically is yours.
Yes, and the license key you can find in your email. So after you log into our website, we will send you the license key with 30 days trial. You can copy license key, and after you install the software, you just apply this license key, and you have 30 days for free for using software.
Yes, and that you can copy paste the license key. You don't have to type it out. Perfect. So I think we can wrap up the Q&A section. Maybe I think that'll be good for now. And then we can move on quickly to a quick note for the suppliers and engineers what to expect. So you can now go onto Direktin.com and you can immediately start your 30-day trial. Ask us questions, reach out to us. Of course, you're on LinkedIn now. You can always DM any of us on LinkedIn as well as for quick questions. We will be doing lives going into these deep dives. We'll have stuff on YouTube. Make sure to follow our LinkedIn page. As far as a quick note to any compressor component suppliers, you can see the capabilities of the software. And I want to take a quick second to have a shout out for our early adopters, which are Xair and AirPipe. And we're extremely excited to have their components in our software that engineers can drag and drop. They can design their systems, they can run numbers, see everything, see how it'll impact their system as they're updating, see their savings and the performance of their compressed air system. So we know this is something extremely new. So it really means a lot to us that they both took the leap with us and signed on. So we'll be doing lots of collaborative content with them as well. To highlight all of the capabilities of the software and real life use cases. And then to end on that, we are extending the early adopter sign-on for suppliers because it is something new. But if you're interested, of course, we need all components for the entire system. So we are having conversations with sensor manufacturers, compressor manufacturers, cylinders, filters, regular. I mean, there's so many different components along the entire compressed air system, and we're looking to make the most comprehensive library for the engineers so they can build and upgrade and have the best systems for their operations. And Elvira, I will hand it to you while I
Elvira, your microphone is on mute.
Sorry, guys. So once you start and you don't find the components that you need to have there, it's very easy for us to implement it. So just let us know. And also, there is no system that cannot be solved. Again, submit your challenge to us. And next, we will host a weekly webinars for different topics. So the next one will be on 29th, and we'll send you an invite. So it will be also LinkedIn Live, and we'll go over all the functionalities of the software, and we'll review different systems, and it mostly will be for engineers. That's it from my side. So thanks very much, everyone, to joining us today.
And from my side, I will add for all what our team told early. I really encourage you to expertise EasyCAS for yourself through our 30 days free trial. Don't worry, it's easier than it looks, and our team will support you every step of the way. So, and really, how EasyCAS transformed your compressed air project into profitable opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.